Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of Rage Quit TV, gonna be casting the TSL4 Korean Regional number 4. Actually, it's not regional, it is the qualifier number 4, which makes this a BO3. We have Liquid Taeja versus TSL.Shine, game number 1 on Ohana. Shine is a really good Zerg player. He has made his way to the semifinals of this, going through players like Hyun and Gummyho, who is a Code S Terran. But Taeja, he's a Code S Terran as well and is doing very well for himself lately, doing a all kill on Team Prime, and yes, that means taking out Marine King. The first map is Ohana, which I do believe is a little bit Terran favored because, well, you go up on a very easy third base, and the fourth base isn't really that hard. It's really hard for a Zerg player to actually deal with that, so they're just going to go up on a third base on their own, but you can't really take a super fast third as a Zerg player just because, well, you can't get the creep down here fast enough, and Terrans can do a small contain at this ramp and actually get their third CC up before you can get your third hatch up. We do have the extractor trick going on for Shine. Don't know why. Nest T, he does it every single time, and his reason was, well, it's just what I do. Taeja with a really early scout. Actually, never mind, he's sending 2 SCVs, so he is going to be going for a double Rax proxy right now. The first one was built at 12. It looks like that second one will be built at 12 as well, and maybe Ohana's not really Terran favored. I know Idra despises this map watching Home Story Cup, but Marine King, every time I've seen him play on this map in that IPL Korean Regionals, we had Marine King cheesing on this map. And now Taeja, game number 1, it's Ohana. He's going to be cheesing on this map. Maybe Zergs just play greedy on it to kind of counteract the Terran's greed that they generally do. Or maybe there's something I just don't know about it. But Shine is going to be scouting. And he will know this is a double proxy Rex once he gets in and counts those SCVs and sees, okay, it's only going to be like 12 or 13 SCVs mining these minerals. There's no SCV building anything. Gonna get in here, and that does look like it is 12 SCVs. 2 are building the barracks, 1 goes down. That orbital command, that was started at 2:45, so now Shine knows, okay, the first barracks was built at 12. It's not anything like that 10-10 cheese 2 racks opening. This is cheese, don't get me wrong. But the 10-10 a little bit more all in. So Shine, he knows, okay, there's a proxy barracks on the map, at least 1. He probably knows 2 because he counted the SCVs, saw 12 mining minerals, 12 in the base, which means 2 are out, the 14 CC. So he knows that, and he knows it was built at 12, or the first one was built at 12, based upon that orbital command timing. So now, without scouting what Taeja's doing, he knows exactly what it is, and he pulls almost every drone. This one drone that was out, just looking around, does get back, does not go down. Bunker does get canceled, and it looks like Shine may have held this off. Taeja going to be building another bunker. Shine going to get a spine curl up. 1 drone goes down, and 2... 3, I think drones have gone down so far. Taeja with some impressive micro, but it's not going to be enough. Takes out that 1 SCV, and it's going to be 4 workers killed for Taeja versus the 3 of Shine, because he will get both of these SCVs. SCV gonna try to get this 1 bunker up. The bunk gets up, it will be a little bit troublesome, but Lings are now out, and Taeja's pulled another SCV. Really wants to get that up, and it looks like he will indeed get this bunker up, and the spine caller will be completing. But this means, with SCVs down here, can out-heal the damage the spine actually does. So this could be a really bad spot for Shine right now. Even though pulling his drones to deal with this, it just doesn't appear like it was enough. Taeja gonna kill a few more of those, but he does get every single SCV at the last second, targeting those SCVs down, which makes Taeja salvage that bunker, cannot repair it. And Shine, that move alone just recovered him. And now Taeja can't really put on any pressure. Creep's now out, so he can't build another bunker and try to do damage to this 1 hatch. Shine just barely held that off with some beautiful targeting of those SCVs, making sure that without the SCVs, the spine crawler can do its job. Now these Marines are stuck in an awkward situation like, okay, well, what do we do? Going to the workers killed. It is 8-5 with Taeja killing 8 and Shine killing 5. Taeja, though, does have mules, does have his second CC on the way. These barracks now going to be just lifting. Marines going to be going back on home. Spine Crawler going to be moving on forward. The Lings want to do something going into his base. He is not getting any gas, just building drones right now and getting his queen out. Only getting 1 queen because, again, he has lost a lot of drones, so he couldn't get both of those queens at the same time. There we go. The second queen now is started. And this little aggression for Taeja will indirectly stop the Zerg player from spreading creep really fast because he can't build those queens up as quick as he wants to. So this was effective. On how effective it was, I actually don't know. We do have The second CC just about done. The worker count is even. It looks like the game has just completely reset. Taeja is going to be going a little bit heavy bio with 2 more barracks on the way, and a third CC is getting gas at double refineries. He has mined just about 100, so he will most likely be going up to factory relatively soon, so he can go up into maybe Hellions, try to deny this creep spread down here, or just check for this third base, get a little bit more scouting to see if Shine is going to be going all in or not, because after you do an all in, chances of your opponent all-inning you back are relatively high, or at least it just seems that way. But Shine looking like he's just going to be taking the macro route, saying, okay, well, you hopefully are behind, so I'm just going to be getting a little bit further ahead by building a lot of drones. I know you can't pressure me at all, but again, he can't spread that creep down this one ramp, and Taeja can be coming out with a handful of Marines. That one Ling does see it on the watchtower. And again, this is just going to be trying to do a small contain, saying, you know what, I have my third orbital command morphing. If you don't have your third hatch done when my third is done, you are going to be really far behind. So Taeja just going to be taking this and running with that macro lead. Right now, just getting Marines. He does have his factory up, getting a tech lab, getting a reactor on his barracks. Kind of curious when it does swap, when Taeja does end up getting stim, when he gets combat shields, because he doesn't have a tech lab on anything. These barracks cannot build one just in their location. They would have to lift up, which would also create a weak spot in the wall. So he may get siege tech right here, put a tank on this high ground, then, or just swap. Okay, so he is not going to be getting tanks right now. Going to be going up to Hellions, and this should get stim. There we go. Stim has gone down. These small groups of Marines just going to be holding down here. Creep has spread down towards that third base. These Marines are going to be backing off. Ling speed is not done, and Taeja is going to be seeing that. And it's 9:30, so he knows, okay, no Ling speed. My Marines are still safe. He's probably going to go back home and just know no all-in is going to be coming, because if there was an all-in, it would have had Ling speed by now. It should be hitting relatively soon before Taeja could possibly get tanks out, which he's not going, because if you want to do a Ling Bling attack, it has to be before siege mode is done, because if you have siege tanks, you can easily defend against that. Taeja going to be getting a few reactors up, going to be breaking that one wall, but we'll have a lot of Marines. Stim will be done in the next 2 minutes. That is a very long upgrade, and now going to be getting a starport, so it looks like he's going to be swapping that off, getting medevacs, and going to be delaying tanks for quite a while. And now if Shine does end up going with any type of infestor tech or banelings relatively quickly, Taeja could be in a lot of trouble, because he is delaying his tanks by so much. I don't even know when he's going to be getting that. Maybe he'll get it after this stim is done. He'll swap the factory over to this barracks. Go into this, has another 70 seconds. The starport has another 5 seconds, so I don't think that is going to be the case. Going to be kind of re-walling that off with supply depots so he can lower them. Hasn't tried to take down his rocks just yet. And oddly enough, we don't have Shine taking down his rocks over at his third base either. He does have 16 Lings out. They show they want to take out these rocks, but did stop. I don't know where his Lings are right now. Just moving into Banelings, just, I guess, preemptively for defense, as a few Hellions do come across. Those Lings would probably be better out just as Lings instead of Banelings once those Hellions do make his way to the base. But it looks like Shine is thinking it's going to be some type of drop play, pulling all his units back into his main, just waiting for a drop to come. He is really expecting some drop, it looks like. Now he's going to put Lings over at his natural and third base just again in case drops do come. We do see the starport is now done building medevac, so it's just a little bit later than what Shine thinks. This one overload is going to go down, which does supply cap Shine just for a second, though, as an overload immediately finishes. These Hellions are taking out some of those creep tumors, but these 3 queens are going to be enough to push them off, and Shine is doing a relatively okay job with the creep spread. Keep in mind, he couldn't build his queen count up that high, so it's not halfway across the map at 12-minute mark like it normally is if a Zerg is left untouched. Now Taeja just going to be moving out with a bunch of bio with 2 medevacs, but I think Shine does have enough to hold this off. Those Lings and Banelings will be very good going into this. That Baneling speed not done yet. He has to hold on for another 30 seconds, actually. And if that Baneling speed finishes, Taeja will probably not be able to do as much damage as he wants to. If the Baneling speed doesn't finish, this game could just end. So Taeja looks like he is going to gear up to do a drop. Not going to be going in, not realizing how close he is to hitting just before Baneling speed. And additionally, that Passaging Gland's now just finishing. 2 Infestors are started a little bit late. These 2 medevacs will be going in to do a drop at the same time. Taeja going to try to take out the third base. So here we go. The drop is coming. Shine is pulling units back. But at the same time, We have Taeja going down here. A few Banelings do come, and they will be going up and get huge hits. Actually, those 4 or 5 Banelings just turned around. Big mistake there for Shine. Cleans up at his main relatively well going into these workers. Only 1 killed. But Shine could have done a lot more damage with those Banelings if he did not pull them back. Taeja did not split that at all, focusing on this one drop. Infestor is out, choosing not to phone girth those medevacs because, well, he couldn't kill them anyways. The Queen did go down at the main base, which will delay the larva. So that is what Taeja accomplished. Didn't really kill any workers, but he did kill a Queen. And we do see Shine's minerals actually not really too high. He just spent a bunch on 3 more Infestors and more drones, getting 2-2 right now. Taeja, he is getting 1-1 right now. He has 1-1, getting +2 attack, not getting the armor just yet. 3 more reactors going down that he is going to be able to produce a lot of Marines. Does have a lot of barracks up. Looks like Shine kind of setting up for a counterattack over here, along with double expanding. So these Lings are going to be able to run in. It may do damage. He's going to go see those Marines, pick off a few. And he may be able to get a tank right here, but no, Taeja's going to be bringing more units over, and these units do come back and will be pushing Shine out of the base. Double drop is going on. I don't think Shine saw that, but this one hatch will. This hatch will have to be canceled because it will get dropped, and Shine doesn't have his units in place to be able to deal with that. Does have 5 Infestors with a lot of energy. If Taeja isn't careful, this Fung Girth will be huge. Going to be stimming a few units. There goes the Fungal. Baneley's going to be coming in and do get huge hits off, and now these Infestors have to get on out of there. These medevacs do not go over to that one base. Actually, you're going to see Lings and Banelings just at the main base, so now going to be coming down and most likely, yes, going to be dropping, forcing the cancel over at this base. Shine going to be trying to get there as fast as he can, but those Infestors just too slow, and medevacs are going to pick up only 1 Marine lost for that cancel, but Shine was double expanding, so he will still be on 4 bases, and now going to immediately retake that base. And Taeja, his tank count is getting relatively high. He's doing a great job on not losing tanks because they haven't really been aggressive. He is building 2 tanks at a time, so he does have double factories. I don't know where that second factory is. All the way at this 3rd base, a great spot, because if anything does come, the tank can kind of just go out, sit right here, right outside the factory, and then go in siege mode, and Lings cannot really do anything to it. So, really nice SimCity by Taeja right now. The overload speed looks like it is just finishing. Taeja will clean that up. Scan gonna go down, push back this creep, and 3 Queens gonna fall as well, and this will delay the creep spread of Shine by quite a bit. Once all the active tumors go down, he will need to build more Queens. He is getting an Ultraless cabin along with 3-3. Taeja still just at 2-1. He is working on +2 armor and also getting that +1 vehicle weapons just in case Broodlords do come. That will make his Thors much, much more effective, and also make his tanks more effective against Banelings because they do have +1 armor now. So he needs to start getting those mech upgrades to make his tanks more effective. But and honestly, it's not probably for Banelings, it's probably for those Broodlords because he just has so many tanks. Baneling is just not going to be working against this. Probably Shine is going to give up this one base. This base down here did get canceled yet again. And yeah, Shine's just going to give this up, realizing, yeah, I cannot deal with that tank count with my Bling. Instead, he's going to mount a counterattack. Is he going to it? Looks like he wants to. He can't really decide right now. Going to take out that 1 Marine on the watchtower that saw everything coming, and Taeja going to be going on back. Shine going to be retaking this base yet again. Going into the workers kill, Taeja has only killed 10, so it doesn't look like he did anything besides canceling this one base yet again. Now he's going to be pressing on forward, taking out some of those tumors again. No real Queen spreading those active creep tumors, so this is getting pushed back. Tanks do get caught out of position, though, and those Lings, that's what he needed. Ultras are coming in. Banelings come streamlining in, and Taeja's in a little bit of trouble right here. Those Infestors doing a good job bungling. They're almost dead. 1 does go down. Those Lings will be coming up. That 1 base does get canceled over here, but this force will get cleaned up. 148 supply to 141 with the Zerg player in the lead. Medevacs do lift up. These Infestors have to start killing off those Medevacs. He doesn't really have any anti-air besides Infestors. And if he used that to kill off those Medevacs, then this base would be really hard to defend. But if he doesn't kill the Medevacs, Taeja's just going to get up to that count where Ultras and Lings do not kill Marines. He will need to keep building Banelings, and that's not what you want to do at Zerg late game generally. You normally don't want to just keep building that Baneling count up, especially when the Terran player is equal to your bases. I know Shine, he's been on 4 bases occasionally, but they keep getting taken out. Taeja's just sniping bases left and right. Small hit squad right here, waiting for that base to go back down. You can see the drone wants to build it. These Marines and Mirage will not let that happen. There we go. The drone does go down, cannot even go up to get canceled. Shine going to start resaturating this one base over here. The worker count 66 to 79 SCVs. Taeja in the lead of workers, and now he is going to be taking his 4th base as his main is mined out. His natural is getting close to mined out, so he needs to get this base to get optimal saturation. He's probably not going to have any hard time defending this at all again, because he's kept his tanks alive for the most part. Despite that one engagement down here, his tank count is still high. And it's high enough to make what Shine is doing not so effective. Shine needs to go probably into Broodlord tech. Shouldn't be fighting this with Ling Ultralisk unless he can get some really good Infestarians down. We do have him going in right now. Those tanks are spread out very well. Marine's going to go back and just avoid all the Banelings. A big Fungal Growth goes down, but that fight definitely goes into Taeja's favor, as Taeja is going to be just backing on off. Only lost a few tanks. I think he killed more Ultras than he lost tanks. That one base just about to be taken, and now since he does have this base, has to defend this base, the benefit to him defending this base instead of this base over here, because this would be the easier base for Taeja to take, is that he can kill this base really easily, because his units are going to be in that position anyways. By attacking this base, he is going to be able to defend his own base, so that's why he's not going over here on the high ground expanding there. Most likely just wants to expand towards his opponent, and he will most likely be able to take this base out. It's going to be very hard to do. Any type of counterattack does have some SimCity working on him on this side. But he is slowly pushing with these tanks, and I don't think there's anything that Shine can do to defend against this one attack. Plus 3 vehicle weapons are on the way. And there we go. All those drones are going to be pushed back. Those Ultras did kill the rocks for the drones to make it a little bit easier. They are just going to be transferring back over to this base. It's a little game of monkey in the middle, I would say, between those mineral lines for the drones. We do have the smallest counterattack ever, but more Lings do storm in. However, Taeja does come back just in time to deal with this. A few SCVs will be going down, but Taeja is way ahead on the economy with 4 bases up to the 3 bases of Shine. 195 supply to 185, so Shine still has a really good army size. But Taeja's army, he has reached 3-3 on his bio, going to be reaching 3-0 on his mech. Broodlords are coming out. Vikings are going to be coming out as well, but this air, no upgrades whatsoever. So those Thors, if he ends up getting Thors, will actually be able to both kill Ultras and Broodlords. He's not going to really have to choose, do I get Vikings or do I just keep building stuff? Because Thors will do a relatively good job against unupgraded Broodlords, especially if Shine does not split them up. We can see, though, Taeja not really taking any gas over here. He has definitely stacked up, so it is around max dummy versus max dummy, but because Taeja has this extra base to mine off of, he has so many more minerals. We do see 2 Infestors coming in. There's Mistletoe and scour them. You saw how quickly Taeja ended up pulling those SCVs off the line, saying, okay, you just got infested, Terrence. I'm not going to care. Just going to go mine anyways. We do have this one base going up, and a small hit squad going to come with Marauders and Marines. But that gets cleaned up really quickly. And that one hatch not going to be going close to down. But the creep threat just is not there this game for Shine. Taeja's done such a good job at denying it. Kind of splitting up his units. A small hit squad again, just going to go deny this one base from going up, and Shine cannot like this at all. The Broodlords are going to be scouted, but I think Taeja already knew that as he has started his Viking count, and that Viking count is rather high already. Wait, is it? He's building 6 at a time, so I assumed it was high. He is going to have 10 Vikings out momentarily. And Shine just struggling to get completely maxed out and get a bank. But again, Taeja has a relatively large bank at 3k, 2k. He has an unsurprising amount of tech. I think he needs more star. Well, doesn't need more star points. Probably should get a few more factories or barracks just so he can actually reproduce, because having this much money doesn't do you good if you can't just reproduce your entire army in a second in case he gets crushed here. Broodlord, Infestor, Ultra, anything can happen. Big Funkers do go down on a lot of things. There's Vikings that are getting Funked as well. Shine Funk growthing every single unit. Both Vikings, both the Marines, but these Queens did not transfuse those Ultras, and now going to be transfusing themselves. But without the transfuse on those Ultra in that battle, we do have Taeja going to be able to clean this up, and, well, he's going to be able to reproduce, but you can see only 2 tanks, a handful of bio, and Vikings at a time could definitely be much, much higher because of how much money he actually has stored up. It's going to take him a relatively long time to max out, despite him being so have so much in the bank. And the Zerg player can kind of keep up. I guess no, he can't. I don't know what I was saying there. 60 army supply to 97. And Shine cannot has more lover than he has money, so really not good situation after trading that army again. Did not transfuse his ultras enough or at all. We will have to rewatch that one battle because I think if he transfused his ultras, that would have went much, much better. We do have Taeja now going to be coming in, denying this base yet again. Is it going to go down? It looks like yes, he will be taking that base. No, he will not be taking the base. 12 HP left. But a few Marines can go just breathe on the base, and it will be falling really quickly. Those Vikings do get caught out of position. Big Fungers go down on them, but that is going to be at the cost of a few infestations. The Vikings can just get repaired or rebuilt. He can build them 6 at a time. Small hit squad of Marines going down over at this one base, and here we go. 3 Marines go, just breathe on the base, laugh at it. Base just falls down. Another Fungers on these Vikings, but he's not building Broodlords right now. He doesn't have any broods out, and he's wasting a lot of energy on fungling these Vikings, taking them out of the sky. GG for Shine. Let's go back and watch that one battle, because I would really want to see the Ultra's health. That was like at 27 minutes. And then after this, we will be going on to Game 2. Hopefully you've enjoyed the games thus far. So, really nice battle here. Well, engagement overall. Possibly. These queens are really far in the back. So the main thing I want to look at is just ultras. Only 5. So he's going to pull them back. Okay. That's looking much more like I remember. I was like, oh, he set up a really good flank. So he's going to shoot off a few infested Terrans, get these broods in range, and just watch the ultra health. 1 die. 2, 3 die. 1 transfuse. 4. So, like 1 transfuse right there. Not the best army control of Shine. He's getting more, but little too late. If he kept those ultras alive, they transfuse the Broodlords maybe? And tried to keep those lives? That may have been the wrong choice. That's a battle you'll never win. No, not really transfusing a thing. There we go. Transfusing when he's at 1 brood, 1 ultra left, and now the queens. The queens get transfused more than the actual tanks, so that's why the battle went so south for Shine there. If he did a little better job, he would have still been behind. He wouldn't have had the game because that's a PF. You can't really take that out. Maybe if he just stomped it and could transfuse his ultras during that, maybe he could have taken that. If he did take that out, then the game still would not be even because Taeja, again, has that huge bank. However, if Taeja had more production, no matter how that fight went, how bad it could have went, like worst case scenario, if he had like double the racks or more than 2 factories, like 4 factories or 5 or 6 with that bank he has, then the game would have, no matter what, been over because he just would have been able to produce way, way, way too much. But because he didn't have his production up, Shine did have a chance to come back because if he stomps this army, kills this one base, yeah, Taeja can reproduce, but Shine's still mining. He can reproduce not as quickly, but enough, or as efficiently, I guess, to be able to hold Taeja, if that makes sense. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the game. We will be going on to game number 2. If you enjoy my analysis, please let me know. Please, please, please subscribe. That helps me so, so much. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. That would be so big. I've already hit 1,500. So, check at me. Yeah, go to video 2. See ya.